Hello everyone who's just starting their journey in trading. Let me be honest right away. Trading in financial markets is not a lottery or a way of get rich quick. If it were that simple, there would be more traders than taxi drivers. Trading is a profession that, like any other, has its own rules, discipline, and of course, typical mistakes. Most beginners lose their first deposits not because of bad strategy, but due to basic mistakes that could have been easily avoided. In this video, I want to save you money and nerves. You will analyze 5 key mistakes that beginners make over and over again. Knowing them in advance, you can avoid stepping on the same rates others have. Believe me, it's not pleasant. So let's get started. First, let's understand what trading really is. Trading is buying and selling on the financial market with the aim of making a profit. It's important to remember that this is not gambling, but a process where success comes through a system. Discipline, accumulated experience, and hard work. Most beginners who start trading without even noticing it make a series of mistakes that later lead to the loss of their deposit. Let's break down the top 5 mistakes beginners make. First is the lack of trading plan and discipline. Let's be honest, for most beginners, a trading plan looks like this. I see the chart going up, I'll buy. I see it hovering, I'll sell. That's laughable. Trading without a clear plan is gambling, not professional activity. Beginners often open trades under the influence of emotions, greed, or fear, rather than according to predefined rules: when to enter, when to exit, what position size to use. Second is ignoring risk management. It helps manage losses and protects your capital. This means you create conditions to limit the size of trades, which should not exceed an acceptable level of risk. It's important to allocate your capital correctly, not putting it all into the same set of assets and not risking everything at once. Third, opening too many trades. A common belief among novice traders is that success in trading directly depends on the number of open trades. Logical, but in trading, it's not true. Sometimes the best option is no trade at all. Yes, it sounds strange, but it's true. If the market doesn't give a good signal, it's better to just sit and wait. In the same trading strategies, you may need a lot of time to get precise signal for entering a position. Fourth, psychological mistakes. Beginner traders tend to make emotional decisions and try to immediately recoup losses. However, mindlessly opening new positions right after you've taken a loss can lead to even bigger problems. If you want to trade profitably in the long term, it's important to stay calm and follow the plan. You can't follow emotions. You need to stick to a clear strategy. Fifth, trading without a system. Trading without a system is not trading. The result in this case will also be unpredictable and based solely on chance. Of course, on a rare occasions, luck might be on your side, but that's only once or twice. In other cases, the result is predictable. The deposit is gone. Avoiding this mistake requires mastering fundamental and technical analysis, including candlestick pattern analysis, as well as constantly working on optimizing and improving your chosen trading strategy. Trading implies cold calculation and systematic approach to trades. Every open position should be well reasoned. So, we've covered the main mistakes beginner traders face. Now, let's move on to practice and see what systematic trading looks like on the real platform. And believe me, it's not much more interesting than sitting around hoping for luck. So friends, let's see how this works in practice. I'm opening the first trade on the AUD/CAD OTS pair. The movement has been downward for quite a while, and now the price has crossed below the EMA 20 level. For me, this is a signal of possible reversal. I go along for a short period and the trade closes in a profit. Here it's worth noting an important point. Entry position plays a huge role, sometimes a few seconds decide the outcome. Let's open another position as clear example. The second trade, also for $50 and in the same direction. But here, I was a bit late. The chart had already played out. The movement and the result turns out negative. The trade closes at a loss. At this point, I'm reminded of a simple but effective rule. There's no need to rush. Beginners often make this mistake, trying to jump on the last wagon when the market has already shown everything. We got an excellent visual example that this approach doesn't work. After this trade, I start looking for a new opportunity. Find it on the CAD/CHF OTC pair. The situation here is interesting. The RSI approached the 70 level, and before that, the market had been rising for quite a long time. Usually such movements require correction. I decide to go short for 1 minute, take a follow-up of $150 and open a trade for a pullback from the next candle. This time, everything works. The trade closes in a profit. Here we are once again, convinced that you can rely only on intuition. Many beginners make this mistake by ignoring indicators. I made an entry based on several factors at once, such an RSI and previous price movement. It's important to understand that such a result is not a coincidence. It's a system, analysis, strategy, adjustment, and taking profit. Each stage is important in its own way. Guys, if today's breakdown was useful for you, do just two things. Go to the link down below in the description, subscribe to my Telegram channel. Why is it worth doing? Because that's where I share what really works. There's no theory for the sake of theory, only specific advice, trades and signals that I myself use every day. Subscribers simply repeat my steps, and some of them are already getting results that previously seemed unreal. And now you have a choice. Continue to sit and wait for the right moment, or become part of a community today where people really start earning. As soon as you subscribe to my Telegram channel, I will personally guide you step by step and explain everything in simple terms. With my support, trading will become as simple and understandable as possible for you.